Hello and welcome to the Blue Shadow Podcast. My name is Joey,
My name is Dan.
and we did not go to Star Wars Celebration, but that is not going to stop us from discussing all of the really exciting news and reveals that came from that very exciting looking convention in Japan. Dan, how sad are you on a scale of 1 to 10 that we didn't make it there?
11. I
Yeah, 15 because I want to go to Japan too. I've never been,
My cousin actually just went to Japan. Fun fact.
and they didn't bring you.
No,
Shame.
I know.
Um, so we wanted to take a second, and at this point, we're about a week after celebration. We are gonna break down our three favorite pieces of information or reveals, products, all of that jazz, and maybe a few extra things along the way that we just kind of want to recap some of the more exciting pieces of news that came out of Celebration 2025. So the way we're gonna do this is we're each gonna share our top three things. We're going to go from three to one, bouncing back and forth from one another. So I can kick off because my three is probably only exciting to a very niche group of people.
That's fair.
That is the reveal of the first Black Series figure that I am going to have purchased in a very, very long time. It's a multi-pack from Jedi Survivor, and this includes some of the strangest characters in the game. It includes Turgle. I'm going to show Dan. This is a frog-like creature that is a
Oh my
NPC,
God.
and also Scuva Stev, who is a character that you find on the many different planets around. I've told you about Scuba Stev before,
Yes, you
Dan.
showed me Scuba Step.
So the fact that there's a Scuba Stev Black Series figure, I squealed. I pre-ordered it immediately, and then another great detail, and it comes with BD1 as well. He's blue in this, which is nice. I have the Jedi Fallen Order Cal, and it's a red BD1. So here's
Mhm.
the blue BD1,
Oh,
but it comes with Dirtbag Cal with his mullet and handlebar mustache.
oh my goodness.
They called him
With
Cal
the
Cletus.
with the, with the blaster.
It also comes with a normal head as well. So
Calculatus
please,
is by far the best.
I'm happy to have it. I don't know that I display it like that, but I just needed Scuba Stev in my Black Series collection. Oh my God. I'm so excited.
Yeah. No, that looks really sweet. And S- Survivor's on my list, as a lot of things are, but I'll get there
Dan's been
someday.
trying to play The Last of Us Part 2 for 3 years, but gets stuck playing Fortnite.
But it's Star Wars season. Relax. You should
That
be
is,
proud.
I am proud of you because it actually looks pretty cool. I saw there's a resistance space, which excited me. Anyway, on to your number three, sir.
My number three is Ahsoka season two. We got a lot of confirmation about who's actually showing up in Ahsoka season two.
I'm quite
Probably
excited.
we got two really big ones. Perhaps the biggest is Hayden Christensen returning as Anakin, and we'll get more of live action Zeb. So we're gonna be seeing him a lot coming up.
I mean, I
Kind
couldn't be
of
more
great.
excited. I will say, when we assembled our list, I took some more niche things, and I am thoroughly excited about Ahsoka. I love the first season. It was my favorite of the Star Wars Disney Plus shows. So to have this confirmation that we get Anakin, we get Zeb, and this very Filoni was very upfront about the fact that it's going to be a split season, which is technically news to us, where we're going to see Thrawn waging war against like primarily Admiral Akbar, which is exciting, and then also having the Force weirdness in Peridia. I'm just I was already excited, but I'm more excited.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be really good. I feel like they have some heavy hitters lined up in shows.
Hmm.
Because Andor season two is coming out right now. And we actually just released a discussion about the first arc of season two. If you want to go back and listen to that and hear our thoughts on it,
Yeah.
I think they are kicking it into gear. I know you are not gonna like when I say this. I think they're trying to recover a little bit from the Acolyte.
See, I
Just
disagree. This stuff was all happening anyway.
I know, but I think the timing at which they're announcing all of it.
I mean, they had Manny Jacinto at Celebration. They're not ignoring it.
I know.
Boo.
Darn.
We're leaving the acolyte alone.
Fine. Okay, Joey, what is your number two?
Okay, so I'll do the other one as an honorable mention. I remembered something else, but I'm more excited about this. My number two is the fact, and it's just a piece of information. It's not a picture. It's not a thing I can buy. It's the fact that the Ray movie is still happening. I was very concerned if Dan's next reveal was shown without the confirmation that the Rey movie was still happening, I think I would have been a little more sour to it. But the fact that this is still happening is very exciting to me. This is the movie I'm most excited about them making.
Yeah,
So
me
the,
too, because I'm I know you might be shocked to hear me say that.
a
I'm
little
more
bit
excited for
actually.
the because it's new. They can go anywhere. There's not a box they have to fit in right now.
And it's pushing the future of the Jedi Order
Right.
forward, which
And
is the
you
most
can
exciting thing to me.
it's like planting a new tree. Whereas some of the other shows we're boxed in. We know it has to end a certain way because
Mhm.
it's in a certain time period and we don't see certain characters.
And I feel like we've been spending a lot of time in that sort of area lately. So to expand and to Rey, if you haven't listened to us before or it's been a while, Rey is my favorite character in Star Wars, which is a hot
Yes.
take, but I was just very happy to hear that that was happening.
Yes.
All right. Anything else to add about
Speaking,
Rey?
no, she's cool. She's a
She,
great Jedi.
thank you, sir. All right, you're
Well,
number
I
two.
enjoyed Ray. As Joey kind of alluded to, another Star Wars movie was announced, and that is Starfighter with Ryan Gosling as the lead. What are
Directed by
your
Sean Levy of Deadpool and Wolverine.
yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I I love
I
the after the Rise of Skywalker, like I pushing forward. This has that
hmm
advantage that you were just describing. I after like the whole sequel, people getting all fired up. I try to just go into these things open-minded, and that's what I'm doing with this. I think the concept sounds really fun.
hmm
Uh, Sean Levy is great. Ryan Gosling's great. I just think this seems like a movie that they probably put together knowing like it's going to be a summary movie. It comes out in May. It's the 50th anniversary of Star Wars, which is wild.
hmm
But because I feel like we just did the 40th anniversary stuff. I got like the figures for that. But like I think it's a good decision to
I
do something
agree.
like this.
And when I saw it was announced, my first thought was, oh, Skeleton Crew, something new, something so different that, like you said, just we're gonna go into it with an open mind and probably be pretty happy with what we get.
Yeah, and we'll learn more and everything, but like Sean Levy did Deadpool and Wolverine, Night at the Museum, other movies, but I think it has the ingredients of being a fun movie.
Right, that's just it. All the movies you mentioned are fun to watch,
Hmm.
and they're very rewatchable, which I think is a key element of Star Wars.
Yes, and I think like to hit while I want the Ray movie sooner and I want it to for sure happen, I want it to be good, so take your time first and foremost. But second, there is controversy around the character with the sequel haters. So I think putting some time in between that and putting these things out, Mando and Grogu and this, that are a little more, I don't want to say safe, nothing safe, but like crowd pleasers are a good
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. Well, if you don't mind, I will double dip just because you brought up my number one,
It's relevant.
the the Mando and Grogu movie.
Heck yeah.
The it's been it's been on the horizon for a while now. We knew that this was how it was going to end up. And we've known that all of these points were converging, and I'm glad we finally get to see it.
Yeah, it seems like I still probably would have preferred season 4, but I'm excited to go on. It just kind of seems like a Mandalorian adventure. We got confirmation that Sigourney Weaver's playing like a New Republic officer. She
hmm
was in an X-Wing pilot outfit. Did you see the leak trailer?
I did not. I
I'll
saw parts of it. I saw the Empire looks cool as always.
They had a cool AT-AT fight
Yeah.
scene. It was very cool. But I think it's gonna be more Mandalorian, but in a good way, because we've kind of advanced to this next stage of what the Mandalorian can be.
Right. And I think we've also advanced to the stage of who is the title character, the Mandalorian, and it's
Yes.
not necessarily Din Djarin. It is the group, the Mandalorian.
You're getting a little
Like anybody
abstract for
can.
me here.
I know it is a little abstract. I think Bo-Katan was the title character.
I think this movie's going to be about the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh, absolutely. This is going to be a fun adventure through the galaxy.
Yes, I'm excited. I again copy and paste everything I said about. I want the Rey movie sooner, but I think this is a very logical one to be the first movie out of the gate after Rise of Skywalker, since it's been so long.
Yes, and it's going to be a win.
I it's almost impossible not to. It does come out in close proximity to Avengers Doomsday, which I don't love, but
But that's so. But also, I don't think Disney cares about playing against itself in the
I mean they
theaters.
do. It hurts Solo.
It did hurt Solo, but I also think Solo. There's a lot more hype behind the Mandalorian.
Solo was less exciting. The MCU was at a
Was at
arguably
its
its
peak.
peak with that was the Infinity War and Solo.
Yeah, no, that's
Less of a concern, I guess.
right. I think both of these movies could do very well,
I
and I
agree.
think Star Wars actually might overtake Marvel.
We'll see. I'm always rooting for. I love Marvel, but I'm always rooting for Star Wars first and foremost. It's my heart.
Me too.
You ready for my number one?
I'm not really sure what else it could be.
This is the thing that surprised me the most from. Actually, before we do that, let's do honorable
Honorable
mentions. You
mentions.
got any honorable mentions?
I don't think so.
I have two.
There's a new Star Wars game coming out. That is,
Oh God, it looks so boring.
I well, be happy. I know it's not Battlefront 3.
That's what I want.
Oh my goodness. If
Or
that game
Jedi
comes
3.
out,
We
if
would be
Battlefront 3 comes out, I will be throwing my wallet.
we would be streaming it the whole time.
My God, my goodness, follow Blue Shadow on Twitch.
Oh God, not yet, not yet. It doesn't exist yet. Um, my honorable mentions, two of them. Sorry for being a negative Nelly. The first is the fact that when Manny Jacinto was on stage, people shouted season two very loudly. It was very nice. And then the clip they put on YouTube, they kind of cut it because it was at the very end. They like cut it so you didn't hear it, which makes me think we're not getting a season two. But that's okay. The people want it. Some of the people want it.
I think we are not done with Manny Jacinto.
I agree. They keep bringing him back for conventions and stuff. So
And he was probably the most popular character apart from Master Soul.
I love Soul, but I think the Stranger was probably the coolest character.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can leave that discussion be. The other honorable mention is that the Star Wars Vision short, The Ninth Jedi, is being turned into an entire series, which I love. I love, love, love. I find it hard to get attached to the Vision's stories. Like, they're
Hmm.
good, but having this one, which is actually my favorite of the whole seasons one and two, I feel fortunate because sometimes it doesn't always happen like that. So the fact that it's my favorite one is good. So that's my honorable
Yeah.
mention.
And of all of them to make a full series, that is the best one.
It just seemed like it has the most potential to tell more stories with the characters that they presented.
Yes.
All right, ready for my number one?
Yes.
As I was saying before, I remembered we wanted to do honorable mention. This is the thing that really surprised me the most. Like I knew we were going to get the new animated show. They announced that there was an animation panel. Like not very surprising. But the
Hmm.
surprise was that it was Maul Shadow Lord. We talked about a bunch of different ideas for what we thought the next animated show could be. This was not one of them, but I'm
No.
elated about it.
Sweet.
Sam Witwer said about a year after Revenge of the Sith. I think again, pretty vague. There was a leaked trailer that looks like he's trying to find an apprentice type person that could be like a Darth Talon in canon,
Mhm.
maybe. There's, you know, the Crimson Dawn
Yeah.
overhanging. Like, I just think this is such a great idea.
I 100% agree.
Like, while I do think that it would be great to further expand stories like Luke's Jedi Temple, sequel era type stuff, or even prequel type stuff. This is undoubtedly incredibly exciting. And the character, I love that the character is not gone.
People love the villains.
Not just the villains. This is Darth Maul.
I know. That's they love the villains already.
Uh-huh.
And then you get the cool villain.
Who's like now kind of like he's a villain, but he's not the villain.
Yeah, he's just a bad guy,
I was
but he's
listening.
also fun to root for.
He is, and I was listening to Force Center, and they were talking about how like in the early 2000s that people would always be like, I want to see Maul versus Darth Vader, and that was like action for action's sake. But now
Mhm.
you could have the Emperor send Vader to like get Maul in line, and then there's that whole dynamic of like those two characters actually know each other, and like
Yeah.
there's like this whole history, and they have a shared hatred of Obi-Wan, and like all of this stuff.
I just picture that fight going like Yelena and Kate Bishop.
Yep. Or
Do
the
you
the
want
bat
do you want mac and cheese?
the Batman versus Superman when one of them says Martha and it's like that's my mother's name. Someone blurts out Kenobi. But yeah, I this comes out 2026, so we're not too far. I mean, granted, we're only in the fourth month at this point
It's
of
coming out in
recording,
May of 26. Who are we kidding?
which
It's
is
about a
it's
year.
so cool.
It's
I'm
coming out
so
May
excited.
4th.
I this Bad Batch was I was not excited for it when it was announced, but I grew to love it. This one, I'm excited to be excited for it.
Right.
So
And
Bad
we'll
Batch is wonderful, but
and we'll probably see a lot of people we know.
yeah, oh yeah,
Not necessarily as a
Dryden
main
Voss is what I
character,
want.
but yeah.
Yeah, I after playing Outlaws and being more familiar
Oh,
with Crimson Dawn,
speaking of Outlaws expansion. It's one
there's your
more
honorable
thing.
mention, the
Yeah,
Hondo. Gotta love
he's
Hondo.
great. I
All
hope
right.
he's in it. I hope he's in Maul.
I mean, it would make sense. I guess I still
Yeah.
want Hondo and Mandalorian, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Anything else to add for Celebration 25?
No, sir.
Very fun. I will proudly display my Cal Cletus action figure with my Scuba Stev. But with that, we thank you very much for listening. We really appreciate your time. We hope you enjoyed. Please consider giving us a like, follow, review, subscription on YouTube at the podcast platform of your choice. Consider giving us a follow on Twitter or X at Blue Shadow Pod or on Instagram at Blue Shadow Podcast. And with that, we thank you again, and we hope you have a good one. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Thank you.